Hey, peace. I am going to wait a little bit for people to join. I know it's a late night. It's not even late night. It's like 10:21, but it's late enough. It's late for me to be going live. I don't normally go live this late, but I had just watched a YouTube video about, hey sis, I had just watched a YouTube video about Earth Mama Medicine separating from her partner. And it really triggered me to come on here and talk to y'all about the awakening that's happening for Black women, specifically in regards to our detachment from things that no longer serve us. Because the awakened woman that needs to be woken up right now has to detach. And I say this because I am experiencing it right now. I also just had a recent breakup, and it was a choice to choose better for myself. Now, it was a difficult choice because I will share with y'all, in my partnership with my partner, I was benefiting from him letting me use one of his cars. He was supporting me as a friend in my business. He was, with words, supportive, right? But the action of us being in connection was draining my spirit. And I was not able to commit to the work that I'm supposed to be doing. I was putting all of my energy into that relationship, and it was not serving y'all. Like, in reality, it was not serving my collective, the people that I'm called to serve. And that breakaway from that has been very difficult for me, because it's a very difficult decision to choose yourself. And I say, well, I'm glad it's resonating, sis. And I say this all the time on my platform, choose yourself always. And I think y'all think it's supposed to be easy. It's not. It's not. It is very difficult to choose yourself, especially when we have been conditioned to choose everybody else. And this is one of the things that Black women have been conditioned to do the most, because we're the superwoman, right? We can handle it, right? We can figure it out. We'll get to us later. And Spirit is saying, no, you cannot. Spirit is saying you can't wait anymore, because there is something that needs to be done right now that you can't do if you're wasting your time on this connection. You, especially us women, especially Black women right now, we need to be nurturing those relationships that nurture us. Simply put, period. We can no longer, we cannot do it anymore. We cannot do it anymore. We cannot do it anymore. I don't know how many times I got to say it, and I'm sharing it with y'all, and I tell y'all all the time. It'd be crazy. Spirit puts me in situations because, my path is to learn certain lessons so that I can share with y'all. Period. Yeah, this is alignment. Period. Okay, for those that are going to watch the replay, the comment from my sis staff that I missed says, OMG, I just watched Earth Mama Medicine's YouTube video. This is an alignment. You need to just feel that space of separation to nurture what serves us. Facts. And me watching her video is like, as soon as I started watching her video, Spirit, I got a download of like, we are awakening. This is the time. Now is the time. And part of this awakening is choosing yourself no matter what. Because that is how you're able to do what you're supposed to do. If you are consistently putting any and everybody above yourself, you are not able to do your work. And we are here to do our work. We are here to live out our purpose so that we can impact those that we're meant to impact. And truthfully, right now, more than ever, we need to be doing what we need. We need to serve. We need to serve the collective. We need to raise the vibration of the collective. And if you are part of the low vibration because you are depressed, you are down and out, you are feeling worn out by connections, and this is not just romantic connections either. This is what triggered it for me. My romantic connection that dwindled away triggered it for me, but it also ignited something within me that showed me how to analyze all of my relationships. Because sometimes, I don't know if it's just a wound that I have or something that I'm working through, but when I get in relationship, I can forget everything else. It just is what it is. I mean, and I'm working on that because I need to not. It's not is what it is. I am working on how to have strong boundaries no matter the relationship. No matter the relationship. Okay, a shift happened for me, but beautifully, so I didn't have to experience the harshness or miscommunication. We both are nurturers, nurturing a whole new connection to best heal. My grandmother rooted for my family. Period. Your grandma really, like, are you talking about your family unit or like your whole family? And I have to choose self to be able to have a healthy, facts. You have to choose yourself to have a healthy family unit. You have to. And if that, and I think for us, as the Black women nurturers that we are, we can see the good in people, and that's what makes us hold on for so long. Because we can see them. Okay, makes sense. We can see them, and we have hope. Because what this is about, the awakened woman that is awakening right now, we are the healers. We are here to heal the collective. And because we are healers, we can so easily put ourselves literally on the train tracks for people that will not step in the motherfucking station for us. And it's time out. It's time out. Facts, we do have to go live. Wait, do we have to go live, sis? I don't know if you're in a place to be live right now. But I'm just saying, like, we can't do it no more. We can't do it no more. We can't do it no more. I lost what I was saying because I saw a text message come in. But, okay, that's what I was saying. The awakened woman, the healer in a lot of us is very, okay, let's go. Send me the request, girl. The awakened woman in a lot of us is able to sacrifice for people. And I think that right now Spirit is saying you need to make sacrifices for you. And some of us, the sacrifice is letting go and releasing those things that no longer serve us, those people that no longer serve us. I think I'm gonna pop up and it's gonna show like the top of my head. Okay, I accepted the request. I don't know.
She's awake. Hey.
Gorgeous. You look gorgeous.
Thank you. I don't know why I hopped on here and Ori woke up and Gianna is screaming.
Girl, well, like Earth Mama Medicine said, that's motherhood.
Exactly. I want to say that I'm thankful. I don't know why I'm hearing an echo of myself. Let me get my earphones.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 'cause my phone is it was in my little thing. I'm a hold it.
Okay. So I'm thankful for my grandmother because, like I said before, she rooted for my relationship, and she's the type of person that I love you and everything connected to you. Mm-hmm. And of course, she gonna peep when something isn't in alignment, but she very much so loves my children's father. Mm-hmm. And so, like I said before, as I'm coming up on like a year anniversary of my live series and just really becoming a birth worker, really not even just being a birth worker, like living a liberated life, I recognized that I was idolizing Earth Mama Medicine's relationship. Not even gonna lie.
Sis, same.
And not only that, not only her relationship, I believe like Toby Nwigwe and his wife and their family and all these different things that I do feel in alignment with, but I wasn't truly doing the work for my relationship and for my individuality because, you know, this is not just about the person that I had a child with or who I'm quote unquote genetically married to. And it's not about my children. It's about me. And I don't know. I just want to have a special live dedicated to my grandmother because so many messages came up just from her transcendence. I don't even word things the same anymore. I'm not even the same person that I was just a few days ago, you know? So yes. I've been thankful for all the things that have kind of come my way. And what I meant in the comments even further is that you can feel shame, such deep rooted shame when your relationship isn't in alignment and you feel like either you're going to give up on this or you know you don't want to stay in it, but you have this perception of success by staying together.
Yeah.
And that seeps into your children.
Mm-hmm.
And I know why, because I have just been dedicated to my grandmother's funeral service and creating this obituary and this slideshow and all this stuff. And I'm looking at all of her descendants, all of her ancestors, every single child and grandchild and great grandchild that she didn't, created in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
has that energy from her. Things that needed to be healed and worked through is in each of us, I'm just feeling all that, so when it comes to her relationship with my grandfather, I feel that vibe that she didn't get to really fully do that. So I get a chance to do it. And it wasn't a situation where we had a conversation and both of us were in misalignment. Both of us were already feeling that energy. And instead of it being arguments, instead of it being miscommunication and harm towards one another, it actually sparked a whole new connection, a whole new relationship. And I feel like when you realize that sometimes if you get into a relationship and sometimes it's more about that passion, that desire, that lust, or whatever is in that, the real thing that you need in a long lasting relationship goes out the window. And if you're not willing to work to have that, then the relationship wasn't what you needed anyway.
And both people need to be committed to that too. And that
both people.
I'll say for me, not to cut you off, but before I forget, because I feel like I got undiagnosed ADHD. For me and my connection with my partner, like what you were saying about like feeling like success is y'all staying together. I say all the time, I was a single Pringle for a long ass time, almost 10 years. And so I was in my first committed relationship with a person, and we had made it past the 6-month mark. And I was like, oh my God, look at you in a relationship. And it lasted, whatever. And I was thinking about everything that everybody else was telling me that knew me and that knew him. And I was letting that blind me to the fact that I was terribly unhappy in the relationship. I looked back at my journals after we broke up, and I just cried so deeply because I was so unhappy for so long, and I kept pushing it down because I told myself that like, well, this is what a relationship is like. It's not always going to be easy. But looking back, it was always about me choosing him. It was always about me choosing everybody but me, because I'm like, well, they think, Lonnie been single for a long time. She can't make it work. Her standards must be too high. She must be this. She must be that. And I was letting everybody else tell me a story about myself, when the reality was I need to choose me. And even if that means I might be alone romantically for a little while longer, I'll be happy. And I commit to choosing my peace over connecting to anybody any fucking day. I refuse, no matter. And like the breakup with him triggered, like I said before, you joined me here. It triggered me to like look at all my relationships and how much I was putting everything into certain relationships, trying to make it work, trying to be there, trying to show up. And I was not getting half of that energy back. And the reason why I started this live is like, we are waking up because we have to do the work. We have to serve some people, and we cannot serve those people if we are in down and out ass relationships. If we are just feeling like our life has no purpose or no meaning because this person doesn't value us, because we think they are supposed to value us and they're the ones that are not. That does not diminish your value. I just had to get that out. Okay. Well, shout out to your grandma for triggering that awakening within you.
The last thing, well, what you just said just kind of sparked something that I was reading about, where I believe we're in this energy of where secrets are going to be revealed. And not only that, deception from others and ourselves is what's most prevalent right now in this energy. So it's really the story you've been telling yourself really shining through. And I started just saying to myself, because I saw another post where someone was go ahead and say what you gotta say, G.
Hey, Gigi.
And I'm gonna hop off because my mom's gonna call me about this obituary stuff. But basically, saying that what is it? I take back the energy from others, basically that others have been using without my permission. And once you claim that, the people that have been using that energy, the people that have been codependent on you, have been dependent on you, they tend to pop up. So I've been trying to be very intentional in staying close to this energy that I've been in. So it's like I just can't. Like I no longer, just like when you choose to live a certain lifestyle, eat a certain way, live a certain way. Now it's like I cannot, like I literally will not let go of this feeling that I've been feeling, these signs that I've been receiving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just with me being so close to my ancestors. Like I don't know how to even explain it. Like I would have to dive a little bit deeper into that, but that was the word. I want to dive even further because what Earth Mama was talking about as far as the pain and the gut feeling after having your children and stuff. When I had Ori, it was like I had to, in a sense, not just birth her, but I had to birth a whole new me. But I didn't even know that it was really for this. And yes.
Tell her, Gigi. Tell her.
Are you gonna tell the people?
Tell them what's up.
But yeah, just moving in that energy of, you know, it just depends on how, because I feel like what they were saying was, because I've been in that, like in my relationship since 2012. It's a very long time to be connected to somebody. And then not only that, it was a friendship added on to that for 4 years or so. So it's a lot of growing up, a lot of everything. So for her to be attached to the hip to her partner and things flowing in that direction and everything they had, I always talk about Earth Mama.
Oh my
it's not
God,
gonna stop, but
yes, that's okay.
It's really, yeah.
I was gonna say the whole idolizing of people's relationship, I think, is also leading to some of our demise as well, because we see what people show us, and we don't know how long she was struggling before she decided to end that. And I can say for myself, and I'm sure you can say for you, a lot of us suffer in silence. We suffer in silence because we are, especially when you have a platform, especially when other people know about your relationship, it becomes, and then like other things like their attachment as far as their home and then having a child together, a lot of us feel like we can't get out. Like, well, I can't choose me because now I have this, like you said, the genetic marriage. Now we have kids together. Now we have a home together. How can we separate? And ultimately, I think the answer for all of us is that when you choose yourself, the path will be laid out for you. You don't have to know everything that's going to happen after. Your job is to choose yourself. And I really think it's just time for us to stop idolizing other people's relationships. Like, it's time for us to be like, I hope you are happy. And like, that's interesting because when I was in my relationship, I almost said his name. When I was in my relationship with my partner, I spent a lot of time, like, I would see other people's relationships, and like, instead of me being like, oh, I want that, my first thought was like, I hope they happy. And I don't know if it was because in my relationship, like, I didn't post about him online or nothing that much, but I was like, people see something, but they don't see what it really is. And it just makes me wonder how many other people are doing the same, right? Like, that are just terribly unhappy, but staying in it because they feel like they have to. And you don't. You don't. So I don't know who that's for. I don't know if that was for somebody watching, but that just came through. It's like, you don't gotta stay there. You don't have to stay. So that just made me. Tell them. Say they don't gotta stay.
Oh, damn. I think I'm losing my train of thought. But I wanted to say about the last part at the very end when she has the picture of them and it's like, we're gonna be okay no matter what. I do appreciate that, and I feel like, oh, that's what it is. because that's the truth.
Yeah.
And I think that the other crippling part of it, just from a person that has had children and been in a long-term relationship, so on and so forth, you or for me personally, I was raised in a situation where I have not seen a healthy co-parenting situation. I have not seen a healthy marriage situation, you know. So when it came to co-parenting, I was definitely feeling like, you know, how can this work? Or it's gonna automatically be the stereotype of what we see, as well as the energy of how things will be in our communities and things of that sort. But that never was a thought in either of our minds. And for that to be at the forefront, for love to be in the forefront. So no matter what we choose, and to also always keep ourselves first, so that we can be the best benefit for the collective of our home and our children. I feel like that's what's most important, and people need to stop getting so wrapped up in, if we don't stay together, then that means death. That means nothing successful is going to happen. It's going to be terror. But if you put love into it and you really are intentional, I think that's where it shows, are you really about being a parent versus are you really about being, you know, because if you really focused on the love aspect, you won't be afraid of how your life is going to pan out, because it's always going to be what you truly desire, because your kids are going to be okay. Your kids are going to be more than okay. Absolutely. So I think that's what really needs to start being discussed, because yeah, people have children all the time. You can still have a successful life, you know? So I feel like we need to start having true conversations about this so that we can really continue beautiful lives, even if it don't look like a cookie cutter version of something that was presented to us that's not even real. So, you know, that's my final word on that. And I'm gonna go ahead and hop off so I can get back to what I've been doing. But I appreciate you holding space for me to speak on here.
Yes, of course. Can I say one more thing before you leave?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you. And I know you talk about like motherhood and things of that sort, and whether you're going to do it or not or whatever. But I believe that just the mothering of yourself and whoever comes across your path, these messages that you've been putting out, you have been healing me. My mother it's crazy. I didn't think that my mother, I know that she is. I know that she is always ever changing and evolving, but I have never been more proud of my mother and thankful for our reconnection during this time of what could seem like hardship. So I'm just thankful for you. And we've been talking about you all day. So, you know, it's great. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And I will say that I think that Earth Mama Medicine was right about children coming and choosing you because they know you need to do some healing. And I really think, I know that Ori, your other kids as well, no shade to them. Yeah. Ori came here because she wanted to shake some shit up. Okay? So I'm really happy that you have Ori and that you are building the community that you need, sis. Like, I can't, like, my heart beams thinking about the evolution I've seen within you. So that's really it.
Yeah.
Hey, Gigi girl. Okay. Can I say bye?
She's screaming because she want me to feed her. So I know. But
can I say bye to my friend?
There you go. Say bye, Gigi.
Girl. Gigi. It's the bracelet.
She in her little world.
You don't hear? Okay.
She's unbothered.
She is. I want her to live her best life, so that's fine. All right, sis. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. I really think that's all I was supposed to say because I didn't even know why I was supposed to get on live, but I did, and I'm glad we had that conversation. I will be saving this live for those that need to hear this message. But ultimately, y'all, Black women, my sisters, it's time for us to wake up and choose ourselves, no matter what that looks like. And so if you ask yourself the question, how can I choose me every single day? I think that you will be living more of a liberated life. You'll be living more of an aligned life that is serving you. So keep doing that. Keep choosing yourself. Keep loving on yourself. Keep honoring yourself. That's really all this is about. So I love y'all so much. Y'all know I have a lot of offerings that I just dropped recently. So check out my page. If you are new here, go ahead and look at the page, see what's going on. I have 2 journaling guidebooks I just dropped to help you process and work through some things. She was talking about my Art of Mothering Yourself program. I have a guidebook that's specifically in alignment with that to help you work through accepting your childhood, releasing childhood pain, and creating a path towards nurturing yourself in the here and now. And I have my Get Your Shit Together journaling guidebook that helps you to rebrand yourself, figure out what grounds you, and give you the tools and figure out what tools and gifts you have to create the life that you desire. All of those are available at the link in my bio. And lastly, my Get Your Shit Together program is available open now for applications. So apply now. We only got 3 spots available, so get your applications in now. I have quite a few consultations this week and next week, so we're going to see who is aligned, and you are more than welcome to apply. I'm thinking I might have to open up some more spots, but we're going to see. So I love y'all. Like I said, I love you so much. I hope you love yourself just as much, okay? And show yourself what loving yourself looks like. Peace out. Have a great night, y'all.